Staying in Asia, in Sri Lanka, government employees who were unable to cast their postal vote on the designated days last week for the presidential election were allowed to cast their vote on Wednesday. The National Election Commission said that officials can cast their votes on Thursday as well. The poll body added that those government employees who do not cast their postal votes within these 2 days will not have further opportunities to exercise their franchise. Postal voters were urged to visit the district election office or the divisional secretariat where their workplace is located to cast their votes. Postal voting for over 7,12,000 government employees and armed forces staff was allowed on 4th, 5th and 6th of September. Postal Department officials had said that over 80% votes were received by them during these designated days. Sri Lanka votes on 21st of September to elect the 9th executive president in the first elections after the economic crisis was witnessed in 2022. DD India's Dr. Ahmed Moin Faruqi now joins us live from Colombo for more updates on the story. Hi, Dr. Faruqi. So, how are the Sri Lankan presidential elections different this time? Tell us, who are the key contenders in the election?
Good afternoon, Tanvi, and a very good afternoon to all our viewers. You see, this election is very, very different, and it's a very pivotal election ever since that Sri Lanka had witnessed the 2022's economic crisis, which was the worst ever that it has faced ever since its independence in 1948. This time around, there doesn't appear to be one single candidate who is, gaining a very, very, very huge lead as of now. The votes seem to be, divided among various categories of people, and there seems to be good number of candidates who may get sufficient number of votes to take the the counting to the second round of counting as well. Sri Lanka normally has the preferential kind of voting system in which the voters have to provide three preferences, 1, 2, and 3, and on the basis of whosoever gets 50% of the vote, that candidate is elected as the winner. However, this time around, that does not appear to be the case, because this is the first time ever in Sri Lanka's history of the new constitution that this kind of a scenario is emerging, where there's a possibility that none of the candidates could get 50% of the vote. Right now, incumbent President Ranil Wickremesinghe, he is seeking a re-election on the basis of his policies that could help in stabilizing the economy after it went through the economic crisis in 2022. We also have the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, who represents Samagi Jana Balavegia, that is the opposition party, the main opposition party in the parliament as of now. And he is he's all the time he's in his campaign mode, talking about how he would bring about a reform in the Sri Lankan economy. He talks of stability and growth, and he talks about how the people's hardship could have been alleviated and how a systems change will help in helping the people. On the third front, we have the NPP leader Anura Kumara Dissanayaka. The National People's Power is a leftist alliance, and Anura is he has been having huge rallies, and unconventionally he has been seeing a huge support from the youth, and they have been hoping that he could probably be an alternative as well. Apart from these three, the SLPP, which had won the elections in the previous time, led by Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Now, this time around, the candidate is Namal Rajapaksa, who is the son of Mahinda Rajapaksa. Now, this is the kind of political scenario. However, totally there are 38 candidates this time in the fray. But the top 3 or even the 4 could, divide the votes, between themselves.
So close contest there, yes. And if very quickly, sir, if we talk of issues, Sri Lankan economy has come out of the woods, but still has not improved income levels. So will economy be a key issue in this election?
Tanvi, economy is one of the most important issues as of now. You see, when the inflation had hit 70% in 2022, in the later part of 2022, people had so much of hardship that they complained that the disposable income had reduced drastically, one with the rising prices, and secondly because of the high income tax levels that were imposed by the then interim government under Ranil Wickremesinghe. Now, these issues had been playing quite high on people's agendas. There has been anger, there has been frustration, and it is coming out in the form that they are trying to find alternatives from the regular candidates. JVP, which has had very small percentage of votes till now, about 3 to 4%, people and experts are saying that they might gain considerably because of this kind of anger among the people's minds. This is one of the key issues that Sri Lanka is facing. It also is to be kept in mind that the coming government has to face the repayment strategies with regard to the external debt. Uh, for now, the IMF plan is in force, and the debt restructuring deals have almost materialized with a clause that there will be a moratorium on the debt repayments till 2028. So the coming government has to plan out how they would take the repayment of the debt also, because the debt is something which is a huge thing, and that is the elephant in the room in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ahmed Moin Faruqi, reporting from Colombo.